Engaged Confident Light Sequence is the exact program we are going to build today. By the end of this tutorial, you will have constructed a complete CODESYS logic sequence that controls 4 separate LEDs using only 2 toggle switches. To pull this off, we have to look past basic input-output commands. We will implement latching logic to hold a signal and utilize internal memory bits to retain system states even after an input is removed. The only thing you need to follow along and test your own code today is a computer with the CODESYS software installed. Moving beyond simple direct commands to utilizing memory and latches allows you to design intelligent systems. You give your controller the ability to remember its own history and react to a sequence of events rather than just a single button press. Let's get the workspace ready. Open CODESYS, create a new standard project, and when prompted for the programming language, ensure you select Ladder Logic Diagram, or LD. Our first operational rule is straightforward. Turning on toggle switch 1 must turn on both LED 1 and LED 2 at the same time. To achieve this, insert a normally open contact for toggle switch 1 in your first network and connect it to a coil named LED 1. Below that, create a second network with another normally open contact for toggle switch 1 wired to a coil for LED 2. We have a logic problem, however. If you flip switch 1 back off right now, the signal breaks, and both LEDs turn off immediately. Our design requires LED 2 to stay on after that switch is deactivated. The solution to keeping that light powered without holding the switch down is a latching circuit. This diagram illustrates how a basic circuit works. You close the main switch, the signal flows, and the bulb lights up. Open the switch, and it goes dark. But watch what happens when we add a parallel branch right below our main trigger. We create a secondary loop. Now, even when that primary switch opens back up, the electricity sustains itself through the new pathway. To execute this in CODESYS, insert a normally open contact parallel to toggle switch 1 in your second network. The strict rule here is that you must name this new contact exactly the same as your target coil, LED 2. That shared name is what closes the software loop. By routing the output back into the input conditions, a brief momentary signal dictates a persistent long-term state. Now we move to our second operational rule. Activating toggle switch 2 must turn on LED 3 while simultaneously turning off LED 2. The challenge here is that LED 2 is locked on by the latch we just built. We need a way to physically interrupt that specific circuit. We handle this by introducing interlocking logic. This technique allows a new input to aggressively disrupt a previously established active path. In your CODESYS workspace, go to the network controlling LED 2. Right before the coil, insert a normally closed contact and assign it to toggle switch 2. Watch this active logic path. When switch 2 activates, its normally closed contact opens up. It acts as a physical roadblock, instantly cutting the power that was feeding the LED 2 latch. To finish this step, create a new network below. Drop in a normally open contact for toggle switch 2 and connect it directly to an LED 3 coil. By cutting power to one process while starting another, interlocking prevents conflicting physical operations from occurring at the exact same time. In industrial programming, this guarantees heavy machinery won't attempt to move in 2 opposite directions at once. We want to reach our final operational rule. Deactivating toggle switch 2 must trigger LED 4 to turn on. Logically, a controller cannot trigger an action simply because a switch is currently off. It needs a mechanism to remember that the switch was previously on in the first place. We give it that memory by using a memory bit. This is a virtual coil. It exists purely within the software's data registry and doesn't connect to any physical hardware output. Create a new network where a normally open contact for switch 2 activates a coil and name that coil Memory Bit. Then, just like we did with LED2, build a parallel branch to latch this memory bit so it stays true even after switch 2 turns off. Now we can configure the final network. Place a normally open contact assigned to your memory bit, followed sequentially by a normally closed contact for switch 2, and wire them to your LED4 coil. Let's test the entire board. In the top menu, go Online, select Simulation, click Login, and hit Start. Warning tone. When testing Boolean values in simulation, manually clicking the switch to true is not enough. You must execute the debug, then write values command to actually push that signal change to the virtual PLC. With the sequence running, you can see how memory bits serve as the structural bridge between past events and future actions. The system knows to turn on LED4 because the memory bit proves switch 2 was activated in the past. With the simulation active, the visual pathways illuminate in real time, verifying the true and false states as you manipulate the toggle values on your screen. Through this single program, you have successfully deployed latching circuits to hold power, interlocking normally closed contacts to safely break connections, and virtual memory bits to record historical states. To test your comprehension of these tools, try modifying your current ladder logic by introducing a third toggle switch that acts as a master reset, clearing all latches and memory bits on the board at once. For more advanced logic structures and deep dives into industrial PLC programming, subscribe and continue building your skills with our next tutorial.